Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Well, for some people around the world, it's probably an early Tuesday for them, but happy Monday and early Tuesday to many people around the world. It's Monday again, April 22nd, 2024. No, 20. I'm like running around. I'm actually skipped 2 days. April 22nd. So glad that you are here. And no, let's get started. Today, we're talking about on passive above market values. I bet you're going to find this session very valuable. So if you like to, please share this session out to everyone. One note before we get started. Next Monday, we will not have this regular live. We'll see how the schedule is going with both of us. We may have another day in the week. Otherwise, we will see you the week after. Sorry, my YouTube was still open. Well, glad that you are here. And so we'll see how it goes. But if you're currently on my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to it. And I do hope that you love all the videos that I've been putting out. The message of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, I think all these messages came out. I believe it came just very good time. And so if you haven't watched them, they're all there in this YouTube channel if you are if you're on it. And if you are watching this from somewhere else, please find the YouTube channel. You'll have it all there. Anyway, one more thing. If you haven't watched Marty's and Chris's live this morning, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, showed up. He knocked on the door. He showed up, and he gave some incredible information. And then the note for the live that they did this morning, it's also already posted in the back office. So if you have some time after this, okay, after this live, go check those out. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hello, Michael. How are you doing?
Hello, Julie. I'm doing well. Happy Monday to you.
Yes. Thank you very much. We didn't talk this morning, but we show up with the same color of clothes we have on. So we we think alike.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, everyone, this is a huge topic. Like I said earlier, it may have to take 2 or 3 or more sessions to talk about this topic. And also, we will continue to talk about this topic as we are coming together to discuss about on passive, because on passive above market values, for everyone who have experience on passive up until this point, know that Onpassive just offering values. That's it. Yeah, we can end the session. No. Yeah, they're just offering values. And that's all they do is offering values. But we have to start this conversation, Michael, with the leadership that we have in on passive. I mean, we all understand that the rise and falls of anything is really upon the leadership skills and the leaders that runs that certain organizations. And we are looking at the leaderships in on passive. Our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, our COO engineer Mohammed Kamal, our CMO Mohammed Nazel, and so many more. We're going to cover some of that today. And I mean, they are the product of solid leadership. You have to agree with me. Their creativity, their visionary, their passion, and their empathy all show through the authenticity of what they're doing every day. They're the products that they are delivering, and the decision, the strategies that they make, that truly creating such an incredible and unbelievable product that they are deliver. What do you see in these three gentlemen, Michael?
Uh, I see greatness, Julie. And so it starts with that, right? You're absolutely right in that it starts with leadership, right? Leadership determines what's going to happen going forward, what's going to happen with the company, the business, etc. And so we know that our CEO went out there and got the best of the best talent, right? Because we want it to be something that's different, right? So, if you're gonna go in and just get, the same talent like everybody else, right? What are they doing? They're gonna give the same value like everybody else, right? So, where's your advantage? What's gonna be different about you and your company? Why would I want to join, right? So you want to give as many pluses as possible. So it just makes the decision that much easier for people to get involved. And so, yes, absolutely. These individuals you mentioned, Dr. Susan, so many great individuals that are there at the helm of the company, whether it be in the media department, whether be in the tech department, just everything, marketing, is just everything. Everywhere you look at Onpassive, you see greatness. And that's why our company is going to be great in the marketplace. And that's why we're going to deliver, great products, great value. Absolutely, because it starts with the top, right? So as our CEO always say, we go from one top to the next top, including the people that we have, and so you just can't lose when you have that as your recipe, Julie.
Absolutely. You mentioned about Professor Susan Elklini. She is a head of the O Media, which is a marketing arm for Onpassive. She's also the president of Enjoy, which is a program that many of us, a platform that many of us are looking forward to. This particular platform is focusing on kids and youth worldwide. I mean, she's recently she's is now the chair of the National Council for Women in Egypt. She's played so many roles, right? And together with Dr. Tarek Tenwa Tentawi. I'm sorry, I mispronounced his last name, but Dr. Tara Tentawi, who's also the executive director of Onpassive Egypt, they're working together to basically focusing on the well-being, the women, children, the workplace, physically, mentally, through the platform on Joys and through platform which coming up Academy. I mean, there are so many unanimous and some armies, Onpassive armies, global armies that we don't even know, with their commitment that is unstoppable, giving us this you said greatness, right? We see that it is coming, and they're willing to face any challenge, any obstacle. And the more challenge, the more obstacles, the more success level we get to, right? What do you make of that, Michael?
Yeah, well, it's just brilliant the way everything is laid out, right? As we always say, that there is a plan, whether people know it or not. There is a guideline, there is a structure. You certainly have to have that when you're trying to put a business of such magnitude out there in the marketplace, right? And so when you have these incredible people that is leading you, how can you fail, Julie? Right? It's very, very difficult to do so because you have people that have the experience, they have the knowledge, right? These are people that are seasoned. They've been around. They didn't just get up yesterday and start, in their capacities. That's not the case. So you're bringing all that experience with you into the company, right? And so only thing's going to happen is for success to follow success to follow success, right? That's what we have here. Because if you don't have individuals that are value driven, so your leadership, if they're not value driven, if they're focused on, let's say, revenue or the bottom line, dollar amounts, if money, if that's what their focus is, right, then that's what your business focus is going to be. But when you have individuals that are high character individuals, people who have integrity, Julie, and they're sincerely, want to give that value to the marketplace to make sure that everything we do, whether it's the products, whether it's how we operate from a customer standpoint, so customer service, just in everything that we do, it's value after value after value. And so when you have that, as I said, all that's going to happen is for you to win, 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 win. So we, who are part of the business, the early birds, we don't need to worry about winning because it's already taken care of. All we have to do is look and observe and see who we have that's running the show. See who we have that's at the helm of this business, right? Take a look. People can do their own research. They can look at their resume, right? See where they've been, what have they done before? They can take a look at all of that, and all they're going to walk away with is wow, right? Because on passive has that wow factor, Julie. It has that wow factor, right? And so that's going to take us into the next 5 years, next 10 years, next 20 years, and beyond, because we have a great team of individuals that's running the show, right? As you said, if there's an obstacle, no problem. We deal with it, we face it, and we get over it, and we move forward. Okay, because that's how business works, right? You're always going to have challenges, etc. It's never running just smoothly from day one. But as long as you have the ability to be able to meet all of that, Julie, and overcome anything that comes your way, then you don't have any issues, right? Those are just part of how business is done, right? So there's nothing for anyone to be concerned about when you have these individuals at the helm, right? And so we're talking about value today. And so, as you said, it starts with them. It starts with the head. It starts with the top, right? When we look at the top, what do we see? We see individuals that are focused on value, value, value. So that's what's going to trickle down throughout the business. When customers come, what are they going to see? Value, 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 because that's what we're leading with, Julie, right? That's what we're leading with, right? So if that's what you're leading with, right, that's what people are going to see over and over and over and over again, right? And that's your winning formula, right? That's all you have to do. And Onpassive is prepared to do just that.
Absolutely. And I love the fact of that they are always every day show up. I will go to literally I could go to hell every day and come back. That's their attitude. That's their resilient leadership that they are putting in front. And because of that resilient leadership, Unpassive has attracting so many more collaborative leaders that rise above around the world, and we all coming together, and every single day we coming together, we talk about the values of on passive. And Michael, I have, and I've always has been have been committed 100%. And I get to see the road ahead of me, from this point, from wherever the point is. I get to see that road clearly because of these leaderships, because of these leaders that actually had gone ahead and creating this dynamic on passive. And that, to me, Michael, it's way over the market values.
Uh, right. Uh, if you're gonna bring something to the marketplace, Julie, and you're just gonna be at the market value or the level that is already there,
Mhm.
right? It makes it more difficult to succeed, right? It makes things a lot easier when what you're coming to the table with is above what everybody else is doing, and that's what we mean when we say over market value, right? And that's the same application, even if you're talking about investments, stocks, bonds, etc. It's the same when it comes to business, right? It's all about what is there in the marketplace right now. If we look at everything that's in the marketplace, right, what is there? What is available? Right. So if we're talking about, for example, O Connect, so webinar conference platform, and so we look up what's out there, right? What are these other platforms? What do they have? What are their features? Okay. Uh, Pricing, all of those things, right? You take a look at it. He's okay. So this is what's in the marketplace. All right. Then we look at what O Connect, is coming out with, right? Here's O Connect. This is what O Connect has. Okay. So how do we compare the two? How do we compare what's out there with what we currently have in O Connect, right? And so we can see the difference, Julie. And that's what we're talking about, again, over market value. So the same thing goes with, okay, who's leading other companies? Who's at the helm? And so when you look at these CEOs, right, and you see what they're doing, the executive teams of other companies, and you see what they're doing, what their focus is, and then you compare that with Onpassive's focus, right? What's Onpassive vision? What are they trying to accomplish? What is it that they want to do, right? And who are the individuals that's leading the way, right? So when you look at that, even with the staff and Julie, even with that, we can see that what we have is more value, right, being put out there than what's currently that in existence in the market, right? So it's very easy for us to see that because we've been here not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years. You know what I mean? We've been here, we've seen it, we've come along for the journey, we've been paying attention, we're engaged as to what's going on. So we're able to see all of that, right? We can see the individuals. We've heard from the Mohammeds, right? We've heard from our CEO, we've heard from Dr. Susan, and so on, right? So we've seen and experienced all of that, Julie, to know that yes, we're in a very good place because of who's running the show.
Absolutely. And it's beautiful when you talk about comparing what's nowadays, what's in the market nowadays, and what is offering and on passive. Who's the heck in the world is offering products for free? I mean, yes, for free doesn't mean just slap on a product where anybody could use and it has no meaning. The product that we have right now, Omail, Onet, Otrim, these are the free product. Who in the world is offering AI power products that anyone can come in, can use, and can literally create, or adding in what they're doing can create a whole brand new business, or adding in what they're currently doing to actually enhance their business to another level of success. I mean, who in the world that does that? I mean, if we were to take a look at our own mail, we got what the unlimited storage space. I mean, all of us can say, hey, I can get email from this platform and that platform. Is it AI driven? Is it unlimited space, or you have only a limited space, storage space? I mean, and then you have to actually purchase it in order for you to keep that for life. Are there any platform out there that if you haven't really done anything, it can get discontinued without you even notice? Right? Where do you find an AI powered email platform that can actually help you send emails and receiving emails sufficiently? I mean, I haven't personally, I haven't. And some of the email platform out there, I honestly don't even feel safe and secure to actually using it. I
Well,
use Omail.
the, the true strategic advantage, Julie, is a total package,
Mhm.
right? It's a total package. What is available in its totality, right? When we talk about one stop shop, right? Being able to have everything that you need to run your business online, all in one place, right? That's a huge advantage, right? It really is. Number one, it helps companies and businesses save money, right? By doing that, by having everything under one umbrella, right? Then when you're bringing in the value with it, so not only we're putting everything in one place, right? Because you could have everything in one place, Julie, but the cost is just like over the top. You know what I mean? It's very expensive products, right? That's not going to help anyone, is it? Right? So you have to bring everything together, one place. So single sign on is very easy for people to access what it is that they need. They may not need everything that's in the ecosystem, right? But whatever it is that they may need, because what you need and what I need may be different. But if whatever you need and it's all there for you, that's a plus. Then when you bring in the actual value of what you're receiving, right? Then there's another plus. Then you talk about pricing. Then there's another plus. So you keep adding these plus, 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 plus. That's why we're over the market value of everything that's out there. So when you bring everything together, people can truly see the value and the positive impact that Onpassive will make throughout the landscape, right? That's very, very important, right? So it's not piecemeal. It's not just, well, this one is great, but this one isn't. It's everything that the company is doing, whether it's free, whether it's paid, because a lot of companies will give you free stuff, but it's not even worth freeness, if there's such a word. You know what I mean? Like it's not even worth your time to even go examine it, even though it's free, right? So not because something is free doesn't mean that there's value in it. But Onpassive is giving people free products that actually have value, products that others will charge for. And the company says, no, it's okay. Let's give, right? Let's give, let's give, let's give, let's give. Even the paid products, I say it all the time that we're giving everything away, Julie. Even though we may charge something for it, right? Literally, we're giving it away when we compare to what's out there in the marketplace, right? So, and that's how Onpassive keeps delivering value after value after value, making it such an easy decision for customers. because that's the focal point. The focal point is customers, 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 right? When you're focused on that, Julie, you can't help but win, because that's what's going to make your business or your company last for generations to come. If no customers want what you have, then you don't have a business, right? But if customers keep coming and coming and coming, and they're staying when they come, Julie, right? Now you have something, right? And if you check all the, the large companies that are out there, right? When you check them and you see what they're offering to the marketplace, and you see their customers, running out there to buy an iPhone when they already have one in their pocket, right? But nope, the latest one come out, they're ready to grab that one. Why? Okay, there's a reason for that. And so Onpassive is going to be able to deliver value upon value. So when customers come, well, I already have one. That's okay. You have one product. If they see something else that they like, that they want, they're going to acquire it as well. Okay. And so you may have a customer could have 5 products, 6 products, 7 products, 8 products. It's whatever is appealing to that particular customer is going to dictate how many products they actually have that's powered by Onpassive, right? A complete win-win for everyone, Julie. The customer wins because they're getting what they want, and they feel that, yes, there's value in what I'm purchasing. There's value in what I'm using. Okay, this is going to help me this way, that way, right? And then obviously there's a win for the company, because the company is making sales, and those who are generating commissions from those sales, it's a win for them also. So it's a complete win all around, right? That's how we deliver value, Julie, to everyone, not just a few, but to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about big win. How many of us actually have experienced the big win so far when we first came, when O Connect launched to the world, right? How many of us have experienced that? Even the people that just do a free trial, right? You have this exquisite, it's magnificent product that actually releasing out. I mean, the big win for all of us who actually own O Connect, Michael, we actually pay less than what we've received so far, and we pay less than what we have earned. How many of us, I mean, have customers? When we have a customer, we sell a product, we earn commission. As easy as that. That's what we call a SaaS, a software as service. Software as service. Yeah, that's Onpassive, literally delivering that digital solutions for us. We pay as we go, right?
But Julie, if you take what you've paid for the product, right,
It's
and you
insane.
divide it by how many months that you've had the use of the product,
Insane.
it's basically free. You didn't pay anything for it when you think about it,
Yeah.
right? So, people have to look at that. Okay, what was my outlay, right? And what did I actually receive as a result of that, right? And again, way more value has been delivered with what you've received versus what you've actually put out of your pocket. So that's amazing. That's a company delivering to people. That's a company giving to people. That's a company that's focused on satisfaction of customers, not focusing on how much money goes in their pockets, right? Not focused on revenue, right? As the focal point, right? Revenue is important. Don't get me wrong. Okay, you're in business. You're in business to make money, right? But the focal point doesn't have to be that. You can still make money by default, right? But it doesn't have to be your focus.
That's right. How many company out there that allows anyone in it to become almost partner? When I talk about partner, I think this is a very unequal partnership, right? um we didn't get to, we don't have to, not didn't get, we didn't have to experience the challenges, the difficulties that the companies are going through, the headaches, going through hell every single day. But this partnership is unequal, unfair for the company when we get to receive the benefit of it, right? I mean, it's amazing. I don't see any company that out there that allow you to come in. All you have to be in it, like you always say, all you have to be in it to win. That is a partnership. But the only thing that we receive is the winning, not the challenging, not the, we didn't have to spend the money to hire, tech team. We didn't have to deal with lawyers legals every single day. We didn't have to do any of that. That's above market value for what we have received so far. I don't see that anywhere. And that's the reason why we always said we love, and this would start with Susie always say, I always
Mhm.
love and trust what on passive. And many of us, thousands, millions of us.
Yeah, absolutely, Julie. So many people out there, right? So many people, so many, right? They've tried, Julie. They've tried. Okay. Somebody come and they say, okay, yeah, I got this business for you. They jump in and they think, oh, they're going to make the world. And what happens? They don't make anything, right? That's another loss. Okay. Another business come along. They jump into that as well, right? And what happens? Same thing, right? Same result, Julie. And people have been doing this over and over and over and over and over again, right? Show me someone who's been in a company such as Onpassive. Like show me. Where's that person who says, yeah, I joined a business just like that, and this was my result, good or bad, right? No one can say that because there's never been a business like this, Julie, right? So Onpassive says we're doing things different, and I love that. I love the fact that the company is doing things different. Julie, if you've been involved for 3 years, 4 years, even 5 years, okay, how much money have you spent over those 5 years in Onpassive? You understand? This is what people have to look at, as opposed to you would have joined another company, and if it lasted a year, you'd have been paying money for a whole year. If it lasted 3 years, you'd have been paying money for 3 years, right? And you wouldn't have made anything. And here's this company, people got in, right? And what did they pay, right? For those who purchased O Connect, okay, how much did they pay? How long did they have the use of it? Right. So when we look at everything, Julie, no matter what angle you approach this from, all you see is value, right? And more value than what you would get anywhere else. That's always the case in Onpassive, right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm loving it, right? We can't count our chickens before they hatch, as the saying goes, right? We have to develop the business. We have to put things together. We spoke about Catmull, was it last week, I think, right? You have to put things into perspective. We have to understand all that is needed in order for the business to run, right? It just makes perfect sense. If someone comes to my home and they want to go replace my window, right? They have to take out the old one first, Julie. They can't take that new window and go put it in, and the old one is still there, right? They have to take it out. And there's other things that they have to do, right? They got to get the caulking right, all these things, right? The measurement right, especially if it's not a standard window. You got to customize it. You got to make sure it's going to fit. You know what I mean? The point is that in everything that you do, there's always a time factor, right? And I would rather take time to do something, Julie, than to rush and get it done only for it to fall apart. Makes no sense. Can you imagine if car companies just boom, 2 seconds, here you go, you're out the door, like no. You know what I mean? Take your time, do what you need to do, make sure everything is working properly. So when I'm going 120 kilometers an hour, right? I want the car to still be intact. You know what I mean? I don't want to be falling apart when I'm on the highway. No, right? So my business, I want my business to last, Julie, right? So give me as much value as possible so that this business will last a lifetime, right? I want this business to be around for my children. You understand? So do what you need to do, take the time that is needed, put it all together in such a way so that it is automated, so that it is giving me all the necessary traffic that I need, right? So that everything is complete. Because once that's all done, Julie, it's game over. Once that's all done, people will be coming like left, right, and center, right? Customers will be coming. Why? Because we're going to have all that they need,
Yeah.
right? I mean, even just to conduct what I do right now, Julie, I still have to log in here and log in there and log in here and I still have to do all of that, right? I still have to pay here, pay there. I still have to do all of that. More than one place. It's not just one place, right? Multiple places to use the various products and tools that I need, right? How much easier my life would be if I just single sign on, just log into one place, everything click, click, everything is there that I need, and go run my business, right?
Yeah.
Onpassive is going to deliver more than what people are expecting. And that's going to be a big win for all of us.
Absolutely. And I love the fact, Michael, I love the fact that Onpassive is listening to the users. We give feedbacks, and and they feel like this is something that they making change. They immediately making scratch it out, building another one. And as they are doing that, they're find other ways to actually make it more streamlined for us, right? Look at our O Connect right now. You log into your ecosystem, you click O Connect, you clicked you're connected in the meeting. It's amazing of all the features that coming out recently, and there's more coming. I'm very sure they still have a lot in the box that I haven't shared with us. It just I'm just so excited to be here. And yes, you're absolutely right. People will flocking into Unpassive because Unpassive has what everyone in the world needs. Unpassive is made for everyone, but not everyone get to see it because they're not in it. They don't have that experience. You have to actually experiencing it. You hear it, you got it, but if you don't experience something, you can't see it. And when you are experiencing whatever that it is that you are trying to do, you will see that on passive is creating everything above market values. No other place can do that.
Well, we believe based upon what we've seen, Julie,
Mhm.
right? That's usually how that works, right? Unless you have, unless you're a true visionary, right? Then you don't really need to see before you believe. But most people, right? We can only go by the majority. Most people have to see. And so that's why we who are in, right? We are excited because we see it, right? Every single day we see it. We've been seeing it for a number of years now. We're seeing it, right? We're experiencing it because we get to use the products, right? So it makes a big difference. And again, if someone is on the outside and have not been in on passive, well, it's very easy for them to do so. And it doesn't cost them a dime, right? Get in for free, take a look around. And if you like it, you stay. If you don't like it, you leave. Like it really is that simple when you think about it, right? Again, the company's not charging you before you even come in, right? Just say, create a free account, come on, take a look and see, right? If what we have is what you like, then hey, continue to be with us. It really is that simple, right? That's what I'm saying. Everything that the company is doing, Julie, is value driven, right? Because you can charge somebody, so you know what? I'll charge you $10 just to come in and take a look. You know what I mean? And you come in and it's like, oh, you don't like what you see, right? There, when you think about this, I remember like back in the day when you used to go to parties and stuff like that, and so they'll charge at the door and you want to see, okay, is there anyone inside there? Is it empty? Right? And they won't let you in to go look. You know what I mean? Right? You got to pay at the door first. Then you go in and it's like, oh, there's like two people inside, right? And so now you can't leave because you paid your money. But no, that's not on passive. On passive says, hey, the door's wide open. Come on in for free. Take a look around. You know what I mean? And if you like what you see, then stay with us, right? And since I've been in, Julie, I've been loving it. I love what I see. I love exactly what the company is doing, right? And I love the difference that it's going to make in so many people's lives around the world, right? That is huge. That is something that if you care about people, then that is something that's going to matter to you, right? That is something that's going to be important to you, right? If you're someone who care about others, right? And so if we want to make a positive difference in people's lives, Julie, then on passive is the way for that to happen, right? On passive is doing something that no other company decided that they would do or want to do. It's not that other companies can't do what on passive is doing. Sure, they can. They have the money, they have the resources, but guess what? They don't have the love, Julie. That's the missing element. They don't have the love, right? All they care about is, okay, all right, I made another $10 billion this quarter. You know what I mean? That's all they focus on, right? People get fired because they haven't hit their numbers. They haven't reached their target. So let's fire them, right? Let's get somebody else who's going to come in here and give us the numbers that we're looking for. OnPassive says, no, that's not how we're going to do business, right? We're going to give value upon value upon value upon value, right? So that people are overwhelmed with value, Julie, right? That's what OnPassive is about. And that's how you shake up the internet. That's how you make things different in the global marketplace, right? By doing something that no one else is doing something that people wouldn't expect you to do, doing something that people says, well, why are you doing that? Just because we care about you. That's why we're doing it, right? Well, why did you share Onpassive with me? Because I care about you, not because I'm trying to make some money from commissions or whatever, but simply because it's a business that is going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you, whether as a customer, whether as an affiliate, it's going to benefit you. And you get to choose. You can choose to be a customer, and that's it. You can choose to be an affiliate. It's entirely up to the individual what they want, right? But we know that the majority that will come, Julie, are going to be customers, because when you have great products, that's exactly what happens.
Absolutely, Michael. You're talking about all about the love, and it's true, all about the love. Because if you don't, if you don't live and you don't express love, you allow hatred, you allow anger, you allow difficulties in life to cover that, and you can't see it. Unpassive made it with love. If you can't see what Unpassive is doing, it's probably because of you. Right? It's probably because of you. You allow to have, you allow your past, your difficulty and hatreds and anger to cover that love part of yourself. Maybe if people that actually don't see what Unpassive is doing, maybe if they actually peeling those layers of things out, they probably will see it. And because they're from the outside looking in, from the outside looking in, probably don't see it. They got to be in on passive, experiencing the conversation, connecting with people that full of love, because that's what on passive does, is creating with love and creating to lift up humanity. And if they don't find that on passive is valuable for them, then why even talk about it, right? We're coming together every single Monday, and many others getting together to talk about Unpassive, because we feel that love and we want that love to be part of our life. And it's so important, Michael. If we all know this, if we surround people around ourselves with people that full of hatred or full of anger, we became one of them. What if
Mhm.
we have a chance, right now we have a chance to be with the people that exude with love for humanity? We can
Well,
do that.
the thing, Julie, is that you have people, some people, not everybody, but some people have been really beaten up, right? And so they're used to that abuse, right?
Yeah.
And so when they're used to the abuse, that's all they know. And when someone comes down to show them love, they can't appreciate it because they're not used to it. They're thinking, okay, what's going on here? Like, why? You know what I mean? It's like, we talk about having that elephant, and you tie the elephant to a tree, right? And the elephant's been there, just going around. And then all of a sudden now you untie the elephant, and he doesn't go away. He doesn't move. He's still going around, going around. That's what happens to so many people, Julie. We're so caught up in the rat race that when a true opportunity comes along, we just can't recognize it, right? Because we're so used to seeing junk, so used to seeing garbage, right? So used to being taken advantage of, right? That's reality. That's factual, right? The majority of people on this planet, they're used to being taken advantage of, right? And so when you now come along and try to do good, right? I've seen that in my life, Julie. I've personally experienced that, where you try to do good for someone and they're thinking, okay, well, what's the catch, right? There's no catch. Just the other day, as a matter of fact, someone was at the store and they're trying to put this stuff in their car, and everyone just walking by, passing this lady, trying to put all this stuff in their car, and it wouldn't fit, right? So my wife basically stopped, right, and she helped the person, right, and it couldn't fit into her vehicle, so my wife put the stuff in her vehicle and drove it to the lady's home. You understand? And the woman's like, oh, I'll give you $25, blah, blah, blah. Mom said, no, it's okay, not a problem, right? Even though it was like, it was like a 30, 35-minute drive. So she did, and then come back to do whatever it was that she was doing. My point is, people don't expect that the norm is for everyone, man, woman, didn't matter. Everyone just walked by this lady, right, that's at the store trying to put all this stuff in her vehicle, and no one would even stop to help her. That's the norm. It's not the norm for someone to say, hey, let me stop and help and see. And that just isn't the norm, right? So that's what Onpassive is, Julie, right? Onpassive isn't the norm, right? So people will pass by and just keep walking by, walking by, walking by because it isn't the norm. If it was the norm, oh my goodness, everyone would just jump in because it's what they expect, right? It's what they're used to, right? But thank God that so many of us, right? So many of us actually saw it for what it is and we jumped in and we stayed locked in and we're glued and we're so grateful for it because it is something, Julie, that you have to be in to truly experience it. We say we're in it to win it. You have to be in it. You have to be able to experience it to feel that joy, that satisfaction that comes knowing that, wow, finally success is mine. Too many people have gone through life without ever succeeding in anything,
Yeah.
in anything. You understand?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you get involved in this business and you're like, you know what? I can start to dust off my dreams again, right? Hope is still alive, right? Because now finally I have a chance. I have a legitimate chance. I have a realistic chance, right? The probability of my success is so high because it is a done deal, Julie.
It is. It absolutely is. And it's good to be out of the norm. It's good.
Absolutely.
It's great to be out of the norm. You got to step out of that comfort zone. We have to. We
Mhm.
have to step out of that comfort zone. We have to, you know, don't even make a box. Be outside of the box. Be your own, and surround ourselves with people that we care, the people that bring values to us. I mean, look, I follow Professor Susan Alclini on LinkedIn, on social media. I follow Dr. Tarek Tentawi, right? Why? Because I've got a lot of knowledge from following those people, right? I follow so many people just so that because I know that they are giving values. We all know that all these people that we've talked about are leaders. I spend times and time listen to our CEO, Mr. Ajmufar. Why? Because he's giving values. The more I listen to the conversation, the more I follow, the more I read about these people. We've learned from it. You may not doing the same thing I'm doing, or Michael may do something else, not the same things as I'm
Mhm.
doing. But when we are values ourselves, I see this, Michael. You have to values who you are first. Why would you allow yourself being abused in those situations, right? Why would you allow yourself to have the weather, the president, or the whoever runs a country to allow you to be experience those? Why don't we get out of ourselves? People do what they do, but I want to values myself. I want more educations, more idea, more knowledge in my head, in my brain, more love, so I can love more. And when Mr. Ashmofara talked about this morning in this session with Marty and Chris, I was like, I'm so thankful for all the connections that he's made and all the information that he shared with us, because from what he shared, I found a way to somehow, somewhat, to apply it to myself as well, to the things that we do. How can we together to eradicate homelessness, hunger in the entire world? I believe we have to value ourselves first, and because of our values, we share that with other people. We together, work together, can eliminate, can eradicate hunger, homelessness around the world, because it is important. Talking about money, it's already done deal. Ask ourselves, if we sold one product, we earned the commission. We sold it to two people, three people, we already made it back of what we spent. Four people, five people, we'll make so much more. So that is the above market values that we're talking about. But what we are making in on passive, what we're earning here, take care of our family. He always say it, and I so agree with you. Don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other. because always when we are all coming from, and I have to say 99% of all of us, or maybe 100% of us, are coming from survival, you know, the rat race. But now we actually have a chance to enjoy that total freedom. We got to take care of ourselves first, so that our mind, our physical, can focusing on taking care of other. It will take time, but I truly believe that if we are all working together and we all giving that market that values that we are working together, I believe that we can eradicate, we can eliminate homeless and hunger around the world.
Well, I saw this stat again, Julie, that said 162 million, I believe, 162 million Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
It's
Right?
insane, insane.
Um, Again, if you take out, there's what, I don't know, 350 million, let's say, the population of the U.S., right? But if you take out, the ones them that are younger than 18, you take out the ones them that are older than 65, so people that are not in the workforce, take that number out, and basically almost everybody that's in the workforce is living paycheck to paycheck, right? That's not a good situation. How can you help other people if you're living from paycheck to paycheck? You can't. You need to have excess, right? You need to have excess. If you don't have excess, it's very difficult to help other people because you're barely, making ends meet for yourself and your family, right? So we know that there's a reason why people are out there looking for another way, looking for a supplement, right? It's clear. You know what I mean? Like it's not a mystery, right? People are looking because they're in need. It's not that people, oh well, I have so much, let me keep on looking and go find more. That's not it, right? For the majority of people, no. The majority of people are struggling, and that's why they're looking. So that's why it makes sense that you want to hold on to what you have, right? You don't want to go waste it. You don't want to just go throw it away. You want to hold on to it. And so that's why it's important to find a business, find a company that actually cares about you. Because if the business or company cares about you, they're not going to allow you to just throw your money away. They're going to make sure that everything that they do with you is going to be for your betterment, right? It's so simple. And yet people seem to miss it, Julie. They seem to miss it. They rather go jump into something that says, yeah, pay $50 a month, blah, 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 pay a couple $100 a month, and you're going to make all, and they never make anything, right? Oh, come, give me your $10,000 and I'll give you, 5% a month or whatever, right? I'm going to double your money for you in 2 months. You understand? That's what people are chasing, Julie. The lottery, someone here just won the 70 million. Did I play? No, right? Because the odds of winning are so slim, right? So you're pretty much guaranteed that you're not going to win. And yet people still play, right? You're pretty much guaranteed that you're not going to win. And yet people still pay. They're throwing their money away, right? Billions of dollars is spent on lottery. Billions, not millions with an M, but billions with a B is spent on the lottery, right? I don't care if it's a $1, $5, 10, whatever it is that people are spending, right? It's futile because there's a 99% chance, 99.9% chance that you're not going to win, right? The probability is ridiculous. Yet people still chase these things. Now the gambling is now an addiction now, right? With sports betting and all these things, they're making it so much easier to take money from you, right? You turn on that TV and all you see is different, how to bet this, bet that, every single sport now, right? They show you how you can bet, parlay, this, all this fancy stuff, right? And all these celebrities are endorsing it. They're encouraging people to go spend their hard-earned money trying to win over it. It makes no sense, Julie, but that's what people gravitate towards, right? They gravitate towards that nonsense when they know of a truth they're not going to win.
Yeah.
Now, of course, someone's going to win. A few people will win because if no one was winning at all, people would just simply stop playing. So they have to basically dangle the carrot. Some people have to win. So no, okay, I have a chance because Tom won last month. So okay, there's hope for me. There is no hope for you. But that's what people keep doing, right? And the list goes on and on and on. How society tries to suck money out from us, and
Yeah.
people are not getting this. And here comes Onpassive saying, "Stop! Enough is enough. There is a better way. We can help you." And that's what we're here to do, to give you something that is real, right? To give you that realistic chance of actually succeeding. Because it can be done, Julie. It's not rocket science, but you just have to have someone. You have to have a company that steps up and says, you know what? We care more about your success than about our pocketbook.
Yeah.
Right? We care more about your success than our pocketbook. You
That's
understand? And so Onpassive has put things together in such a way that your success is a done deal. That's amazing. That really is amazing. And people not getting it. Why? Because they're focused on the wrong things, Julie.
talk about focusing on the wrong thing, Michael. I have a funny story to, not a funny, a real story to tell you that I know this particular family who, this gentleman, the uncle, who bought lottery tickets twice a week. And each time he bought, he spent $20. And he did that for 40 years. Okay, 40 years. And when he passed away, his nieces and nephew, he never won. Okay, his nieces and nephew bought the tickets and put it in his coffin, right? And I actually say, I saw that and I said, what are you guys going to do if you win that ticket? Are you going to dig up the, his body up and get the tickets? Right. But think about it, focusing on the wrong thing. You did that for 40 years. And if you take, so $20 per ticket, right? He bought twice. So $40 a week, you time that for 40 years. If he had put all of that money in something great, he's probably going to make so much more than what he spent, right? So
That's more than $80,000 that he spent, Julie. More than 80,000. He could have just taken that $80,000 and just give it to his kids.
yeah, yeah, and he worked hard. He worked in the he's an engineer in the industry, right? And just think about focusing on the wrong thing, right? You have to take the action. You cannot let things that you do every day to cover everything else, right? So we have to take that action and surround the people that bring values to us. And that's what we are here sitting together and talking about Onpassive every single day, because that's what we do, right? That's how Onpassive does it. And because of that reason, we are going to win together, right? And Onpassive is the place to win together, because what Onpassive offering to the world is over, above market value. Wherever, whatever, however we say it, it's real. It's here. We're experiencing it every single day. And so, um, I know we've been very long on this particular topic, but if you haven't listened to this morning, go listen to it. Go watch. Go read the note, and then this coming Thursday, I believe the 25th. You can see the update in the ecosystem. There is going to be a all united Africa together. They are going to do a webinar, a meeting together, and I believe there will be the appearance of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Um, all the information, it's in our Onpassive ecosystem updates. So if you're not in Onpassive ecosystem, you can reach out. You can actually go to onpassive.com, get yourself a registration so that you can log in and get that information. And if you want to get together to celebrate with all our friends from Africa, I mean, everywhere around the world, then get an account too. Go get the information. You get the link to get to attend that meeting. It will be very valuable for you to be in there listening to the information, what share. And to be honest with you, there's no place I'd rather be. Onpassive is the play.
Amen to that, Julie. Let's win together.
Yes, let's do that. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a great day, and God bless you all. And stay close to our ecosystem. Lots of things going to happen, and it's going to happen when we don't even know. So stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Be well.